So, calling the meeting to order.
Good evening. We'd like to call to order the meeting of the Budget Review Advisory Committee for February the 9th. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next is roll call.
Mr. Hall is absent. Mr. Flynn?
Here.
Ms. Reed?
Here.
Mr. Middleton is absent. Mr. Napier?
I'm here.
Mr. Baker? Mr. Garten is absent. Ms. Jacob is absent. Thank you.
I guess now we do have a quorum, so I guess we just do nominations now for chair. So does anybody have any nominations for chairperson?
I nominate Larry.
And I nominate Grace.
Okay, we have nominations for Larry Napier and Grace Reed. So I guess we'll start on your end, Scott?
Yes, so nominations are closed, yes? Okay.
Unless you have somebody else, or?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, very good. So you're calling for a vote?
Well, just who do you want?
Larry Napier.
Grace Reed.
Grace Reed?
Yeah, I vote yes, I guess.
Yes, for you?
Yeah.
Okay, and so we have 2 for Larry and 2 for Grace. And now, what do we do?
I don't know, but I know that our city manager is on Zoom, and perhaps we could get some direction from him.
Brian?
Hey, Madam Chair, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. So we have.
Yeah. So you're in a little bit of an issue here. We have to have 3 votes to be a majority, and right now being split 2-2. So both motions or selections for chair have failed. I would suggest take a nomination once again for chair of the committee and vote once again and see how this one comes out.
Brian, since we've had the vote, can someone change their vote before we go into another one, or do we just go to another one?
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend do another vote or do another nomination and vote, and at that time you can make a selection.
Okay. Nomination, Scott?
Yes, I nominate Larry Napier as for chairman.
And I nominate Grace Reed.
Okay, so now we again have Grace and Larry. So Scott, your vote?
I would vote for Larry Napier.
Grace Reed.
Larry Napier.
I'll vote for me.
Okay, so we have.
That's 4 votes, right?
That's 4. That's 4 to 1.
And who's on?
3 to 1. I'm sorry.
Somebody's on Zoom, right?
Do we have anybody on Zoom?
No board members.
Nobody on Zoom?
Okay.
Okay.
So we have Larry Napier as our chair. Larry.
Now we'll take selection as vice chairman.
I nominate Grace Reed.
I'll second that.
Okay. I'll vote for
All
Grace.
those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Grace, you're vice chairman.
Okay.
Next on the agenda is approval of minutes from the August 4th, 25 meeting. Are there any additions or deletions to the minutes?
When I looked them over, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so I'll move approval of the minutes from August 4th of 2025.
I second.
All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is review the budget calendar for 25-26.
I can make all of them.
Well, I've looked it over, and I don't see any issues with it. It looks okay to me.
So far, so good. Yep.
So I'll accept the motion for approval of the budget calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by aye. Aye. Motion carries. Review and approval of the 25 fourth quarter financial report. The CIP only. It's capital improvements, I guess. Did everybody get a chance to look at that?
I did.
I'll accept the motion for approval.
Approved. Was Brian going to comment on the report?
Comments if you want. Now's the time.
He asked if Brian had anything that he wanted to say.
If you'd like me to comment or go over any of this, I'd be glad to.
I didn't have any questions. I thought everything looked all right with it.
I do have one question relating to the hurricane claims. Do we expect reimbursement from FEMA, Brian?
Oh, yes, sir. You know, FEMA takes a long time to reimburse, so our engineer tracks all of that and is working, and I see the emails going back and forth almost daily, you know, with trying to close those projects out. So, yeah, it just takes time.
I motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor of acceptance?
Aye.
Aye. Any other comments on it? Review and approval of the fiscal 25 fourth quarter budget amendment report. Any questions or comments from the committee on that?
I don't have any.
I don't have any.
Nope.
Anything you want to say, Brian?
I can just add, you know, the basics of what we're looking at. On the first one, the fourth quarter financial report with the capital improvement projects status. The reason you didn't get an actual financial report is that year is still under audit, so it's not completed. So, and that's why you'll see a first quarter financial report, but you wouldn't see a fourth quarter because the audit hasn't been completed. So I can't give you good numbers for the fourth quarter at this point. So as far as the fourth quarter budget amendment report, this was done the same as I had been doing last year, where the top section is the adjustments which affect fund balance, which are going to be required to be approved by council. So your recommendation on these will go to council. And that's the top section, and you'll see I've totaled it up by the changes in fund balance down at the bottom of that section of $735,654 is the net increase to fund balance reserves. And these are all mainly due to closing out different projects for the year. Anything that's needed to close out that we had budgeted more or less for, we move funds around to close those. On the bottom section, we have just a section with significant line item adjustments. The city manager has the authority to move items within the budget, within line items like this. So all of this doesn't need council approval, but it's just for, you know, notation and for your information. So we look for you to approve this, and then it would go to council.
If there's no questions, I'll accept the motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now that was the budget amendment report. We have a review of the fiscal 26 first quarter financial report. Has everyone had a chance to look at that?
Yes.
No, I haven't. For some reason, mine didn't have that from there back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It had missing pages.
Would you like to see mine?
Yes.
I'll give you a minute or two to look over that, see if you have any questions. I looked it over and I thought it was okay myself. It looks pretty good to me.
I agree.
I agree. And everything seemed to be where it was and had already been discussed in some format somewhere during council meetings or something else. So I didn't see anything that caused me to question it.
I'll take, you had a chance to look at it?
Yeah.
Got any questions?
No, sir.
I'll accept the motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of the 26 first quarter budget amendment report. Did your packet have that in it?
No. Anything after that, it wasn't included. I don't know why.
You got chopped off.
Yeah, I did. Pages attached, so I think that's.
Give you mine. I'm sure it's in here. I saw it.
Mr. Flynn, I have a copy of the agenda here. Would you like me to hand you mine?
Yes.
Here again, this it looks fine to me. I mean, I looked it over carefully. It looks good to me. We're in sound financial position. These reports are getting better, Brian. I like them.
Good. Trying to tweak them.
No questions or comments from me?
No questions or comments?
I'm good.
Grace? I'm good. I'll accept the motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next on the agenda is, I guess, announce the next meeting date. That was on the calendar, was it not, Brian?
It is.
It's right there on your agenda too. May 4th.
May 4th is the next meeting date for us. Does anyone have any exceptions to that, or May 4th at 6 o'clock. I guess we're good. So the next meeting is May 4th, 2026. Nothing we need to do. Does anyone have anything they'd like to add for the good of the order? Questions or comments to the CFO, Mr. Stewart, there?
I'm all set tonight.
I think it's good.
Just a general question relating to revenue. It looks like compared to last year, the increase in revenue is noteworthy. What is that attributed to? Are we writing more grants, or just more money is flowing?
Well, it depends on the line item. So if you look at something like the ad valorem tax, the top line, you see an 18% increase. Well, we increased the millage rate, and, of course, the values of properties increased. So we were expecting more money to come in. So that would explain that line item. On the others, you have the sales tax and gas tax. Those are 2 months behind on collection, so that's why you'll see a difference in percent of budget. But down at the big ones, like you're talking about, the grants, you'll see big differences from one year to the next as far as comparison, just because of the timing of the grants, of when they come in and when a project may be finished, and we may be requesting reimbursement and waiting on them. So it's very random when we may, receive grant revenues.
Mm-hmm. So, Brian, do you have any concerns or comments regarding the physical health of the city this first quarter?
No, I didn't see anything alarming or out of the ordinary. Miscellaneous stuff is always by nature, it fluctuates. So the rest of everything kind of fell in line. And I tried to look up things and explain any significant differences, but there just wasn't a lot in this quarter. So there's really nothing much to note.
Agree.
I think the city's in a pretty sound financial condition. Any other questions from the committee?
No.
Brian, would you like to make any comments to us?
As far as these meetings and continuing these, if you have anything you need to bring forward, that you would like to see addressed in the coming budget, because that's what we're preparing for as we're getting started to kick off budget season very, very soon. So we'll be sending out our capital reports and getting the department's capital needs in and things like that. So if you have any of those things you would like to discuss during the meeting, or even outside of the meeting, if you want to contact me, that's fine. Other than that, I'm just here for your information. Anything you need, I can get you.
I do have one more question relating to the police union negotiations. Did that go according to what everyone expected?
Yeah, so we completed those last year, and those went well, and everything was passed by council. It's all public information, but there was raises included to be able to compete with other law enforcement offices in the surrounding areas. It was thought we needed to increase, that starting salary and then all wages there. So we was able to accomplish that in the agreement that we passed, and to be able to continue some COLAs for the next 3 years. So it's a 3-year contract, so it's set now.
Got it. Thank you.
I have a question. Do you see anything in this year that causes you concern as far as financial in the city?
The biggest concern I think we're looking at is what's coming out of Tallahassee right now. That's
Property tax issue.
yes, what you're all hearing in the news, and
We don't know where that's going to go, do we?
No,
And you
we're
don't-
actually going to do some classes on that for the public towards the end of this month. There's 3 different meetings we're having right before the council meeting towards the end of the month, but we wanted to, we invite you, of course, but, you know, these meetings will take course over 2 days, and we'll have 3 meetings. But just to make the public aware of what the property taxes are, what we're spending them on, so they will realize, you know, what their money's being used for. So when you hear, you know, things coming out of Tallahassee about getting rid of property taxes, our concern is, okay, what's going to replace these funds? Because these funds are needed to run everything, you know, as far as police and just general services, roads, bridges, I mean, streets, everything. So you can't just take away, you know, $7-8 million and just keep going with the same services. So that's our biggest concern right now, just waiting to hear what comes out of Tallahassee on that.
Yeah, we're not sure exactly how that amendment is going to be worded yet. I don't think the legislature has approved the language for that, because that will be voted on by the voters. That will be a constitutional amendment.
Yeah.
Well, there's several in the works, but though I think the city should have waited till after the April special session so they know exactly what the governor's plan is. It's hard to look at what's going to happen unless you know what the plan is. It's like going out in a football game without having a scrimmage, you know, or having a huddle first. What I'm hearing, it looks like it will at least be mostly cash neutral. So I think we need to look at see what's actually going to happen, or at least what's put forward.
Well, it's not even come out of committee yet, so we won't know what it's going to look like till it gets out of the committee.
Yes, sir.
And then goes to the full floor. And then once it goes to the full floor, there's possibilities it will change.
Yes.
So we really don't know what that's going to look like yet. I mean, I've talked to people up there, and nobody's really sure how that's going to happen.
Well, there's about 6 active bills, or active things coming together. One is seniors will be done, eliminated from.
Seems like the one that's got most of the people talking for it is the one that would say, if you're 65 or older and your property's homesteaded and you have no mortgage, then you wouldn't have to pay property tax. But now I don't believe that would take it off the school board, right? That left the school board. I think that particular version of the bill left the school board's function intact.
Right.
You're
I don't
correct.
think they're doing anything with the school board line.
Right.
Yeah.
So the school would still get its amount of property tax, because they never even got the second 25,000 homestead exemption that the rest of the citizens got. So we just have to wait and see. Nobody knows how that's going to come out, but it will have an impact on, depending on how much they cut.
Well, it depends on what the program is or how the bill is structured.
Right.
So all I'm saying is, if you don't know what's going on, it's hard to talk whether it's going to be pro or against what the city's doing.
We
Because I
just
have
have
heard.
to, I'm sure it's like Brian's doing, you just wait and see. You have to find out what's going to come out of we'll know a little more about it when it actually comes out of the finance committee. And then how it gets to the floor of the House, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But it could be tough.
It could be, because you've got different stuff floating around, you know, some that's just wanting to increase homestead exemptions, and if they want to increase over 65 and homestead exemptions up until homestead is, you know, the whole amount. That's what, you know, we're hearing some of that out there. But a lot of these things they're talking about with homestead and 65 is going to adversely affect the city of Sebastian compared to other cities because of the demographics and population. So,
well, we're older. We've got an older population.
And you've got a lot of homesteads here, and whereas a Palm Beach or somewhere that's more seasonal doesn't have, you know, number one, the homestead, and they have a lot more commercial properties than we do, so they're not as dependent on residential properties than
Right.
as they, when they have industrial and commercial, and we don't have a lot of that in this city. So what Tallahassee does as far as homestead could impact Sebastian a lot more than other cities.
Well, it will affect, it's going to have an effect on, we just don't know where it's going to go because there's no way to tell what's going to come out. And they may end up not doing anything with it. They may delay it another year. I don't know. They've been talking about this for a couple of years.
Yeah, and so we're just waiting to see. The funds, if we do the same services, we got to have the funds from somewhere.
Right.
It's that simple.
Well,
So that's what those meetings are supposed to be.
The city is in a position that it has a healthy fund balance.
But you start digging into fund balance with operating costs, and you're just headed downhill.
One-time charges are okay, but you don't want to take something that's going to be continually be in there and grow as the years go. That could put a bind on it. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. So beyond that, we were concerned already last year with property values themselves because, property values have been coming down. And, we presented an article last summer to the council about, Sebastian having like the fourth highest decrease in the nation, up like 8% of property values. So, and those things don't hit, for another season at the tax office. We're always a year behind on that. So we are concerned about what that, property tax roll is going to look like this coming year, regardless of what happens in Tallahassee.
Yeah, I haven't seen any estimates out of the property appraiser's office yet. They haven't said much about it.
Yeah, it's
But I would
June.
assume it's going to go up a few percentage points because I understand the sales prices they've come down a little bit, but they're still fairly high.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that, but that's another concern.
Any other comments or concerns from the committee? Next on the agenda is adjourn. See you on May the 4th, right? This meeting is adjourned.